in a single area, right? So it inherently has to have more story to it. And the other thing that we didn't see is we didn't go down into the Durance. And I think we are very much going to be going down into the Durance. So what I would not be surprised is if this region basically has like an underground region in it as well, with like its own hub and its own like mini area. I would not be surprised if that was true. In fact, I'm going to call that right now. I did not see anything like that. I did not go into the Durance. I do not know this as a fact. I'm calling it that's going to be true. Yeah, so you can skip the campaign up to the new area, and then you'll have to do the new areas campaign. But like all the creature designs are really good. The new boss designs are really, really good. I hope that previous bosses get some love. There was also a big change to dungeons that I don't think everybody necessarily picked up on. Dungeons now have a mini quest in them. So it's, you go into the dungeon and there will be an area with a locked resplendent chest behind it that if you complete the thing while going through the dungeon, you can go and get. So for the people who wanted to be able to like explore dungeons and have more to find and do, they've added that in, and you can still just like go to the end of the dungeon, fight the boss and do whatever it is. But basically, I'm pretty sure I asked, and Bjorn told me that yes, the dungeons will now have these little mini quest sections in them that you can go do for more loot. Yes, Chronix. It is 18% to your minions. You gain 12%, they gain 18%. They do not gain your 12%. I was going to send that off to you. I'm glad somebody brought it up to you. He's her dad, right? Who, Mephisto? Mephisto is the father of Lilith, yes. The anniversary was great. Anniversary was fantastic. This was, I think this is the build once I actually put the stuff on it. But like just a ton of mobility, permanent barrier uptime. Felt really good. Good AoE clear on the third hit of Crushing Hands. That's the spender here. Using the dash, which feels really, really, really good on controller. They actually did a phenomenal job there. No problems, Zosa. But yeah, our vacation was great. Oh, also the Water Watchers. They did such a good job with this monster. These were dudes who were only in the Travancore. And the first time one popped up, I like squealed. Unironically, I was so excited. Yo, be good, Sonny. I appreciate you. Also, there's a no mobility aspect that just says, as long as you are moving, you continue to build up stacks of it, up to 30% mobility. That just reward you for continuously moving and not just standing still. And I think that's very, very cool. They've mapped a lot of the game to this idea of like, sorry, I felt a texture on my nose and now it's all I can think about. They've built a lot of fluidity into the design for this class, and also for like options for mobility and stuff like that I'm very excited to see what that looks like for other classes. But yeah, I just stopped fighting there because I was asking a question, and it's just like, oh, I'm unkillable. I have permanent barrier. Seen season 5 post PTR teasers from Rob and Dawn. Yeah, I was I was in that meeting where that information came from. Yeah, a lot of good changes. It's hard to say what everything will look like when we haven't seen the unique items yet, and that those teasers were not everything that's coming, obviously. But I'm excited for the patch notes, which should be, theoretically, we should be having a campfire like soon about that. I don't know when, but soon. Don't be so salty on Seattle. We were never in Seattle. We were in Bellevue. Not that like super matters, but we were in Bellevue. It was just heinously expensive for no goddamn reason. At least the Wendy's I found was like the same price as normal Wendy's. But my understanding is that Bellevue is just the more expensive Seattle. Thank you for the follow, Argus. Wonder if expansion will end Endurance of Hate with Mephisto fight. I think it has to. You know, finally see one of the primes in the game. Neyrel becoming like the thing for Mephisto makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually just like put in. Oh, I also found Ormus. Not to completely just like segue away, but I found Ormus. The only reason why I didn't show it off on stream is because all the voice lines weren't done. But you do find Ormus, and he does say, "You speak to Ormus now," and I was like, "Ooh, chills." Yeah. How's the anniversary weekend? It was fantastic. Yeah, it was shorter than it could have been, but yeah, we got to we got to have our anniversary. We got to enjoy it. It was very fun. It was fucked getting stuck in Seattle though. Did he give you a useless ring? He did not give me a useless ring. I didn't get to see whatever questline was attached to him. The Necropolis was super cool. Necropolis Stronghold, which like doing the Stronghold itself, I think a lot of people are going to be pretty pissed off by it. But the actual story of it and the little skeleton armorer was very cool. Did you get to spend much time with Woody and Rax? Yeah, we were. I mean, like Woody came later because he missed his flight, like he was explaining. But anytime, I mean, like we were together the whole time that we were with the devs, and that was basically nearly 100% of the time. So like, got dinner together, you know, ate lunch together, kind of like hung around. This trip was like very, like Rax said, it was like very regimented. It was like very go 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 go. Oh yeah, Trev, you missed the whole story, dude. I was stuck in Seattle for 23 hours because my flight got canceled. And I just like I didn't sleep from like Thursday until like Thursday morning when I woke up till the Saturday of being up where we went for our anniversary. Like Friday I got in at like 5 a.m. No, Saturday morning I got in at like 5 a.m. and I slept for like 3 hours and then we had to drive up there. But yeah, I mean, like we were all together, like us, Fame, you know, Rax's significant other, Sarah, the devs. We were basically just together the entire time. We also did the live streams. If y'all didn't see it, we did live streams on Rax's channel. So in speculations, we think there are at least 9 rings to cover the different combos of the class passive. Sure. I'm not sure what you will do with that information, but sure. On July 18th, Pez said Season 5 Campfire and patch notes in 2 weeks. Well, that puts us August, whatever. That's like 1 week out from the season going live. Who's going to be Maxwell, Spiritborn, go-to? We're not sure yet. Yeah. If you compare the Spiritborn to an older class like Barb, Sork, Necro, is it noticeably stronger? We played at level 30. I would not have the hubris in my body to let you know that I think that they compare. Power-wise. Anybody who does is full of bullshit. Yo, thank you, Sonny. Did he have a Smaug type voice? His voice lines were not done, so sadly, I cannot speak to the voice actor yet. Yeah. I actually asked Eleni. There's a really good clip. Hold on, I'll try to find it. What the fuck? What? Okay, that's garbage. Hold on. I'll find it. I'll find it. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I will come thank you personally in a second. Like they're all, but I just want a little monocle and. Hold on. Please, dark gods, let me have this. Thank you. But I just want a little monocle and a little top hat. Yeah.
I mean, yes, of course, everybody wants to see a skeleton with a monocle.
Of course.
And if you don't,
you're not.
Why don't
Yeah.
you
Why are you why are you playing Diablo 4?
like, what's wrong with you?
Like how dare you?
Come
First
on.
and foremost, let's shame. So they agree. Little top hat, little monocle. What's your rough plan for the expansion? Start at Spiritborn level 1, restart the campaign from scratch, grind some levels in Helltide, then jump to the new part. Don't campaign at all. Well, you have to do the campaign. Like, you have to do the new campaign. Like, you can skip the base campaign, but I'm not gonna not do the new story. It's probably start off as a Spiritborn level 1 and just do the new story. I don't really have like a plan. I'm not really a person to make a plan like that. I just want to experience the game. Yes, you can skip the primary camp. You can skip the first campaign as a level 1 character as long as you've done the campaign. And then from there, there's the new campaign. Like, one of the things I kept asking them, like, you're going to give us a Winston transmog for the new Winston summon, right? Like, obviously. Although they're not minions. They're nothing like minions. But, like, skill transmogs, basically. But he's just Winston. You know what I mean? But this is, like, insanely good. You deal 100% of your thorns damage to enemies you hit and gain barrier of 10% of your maximum life up to 40%. Just casting a gorilla skill. Any gorilla skill, just casting it. You get that bonus. I think it's pretty cool. Will they allow us to skip the new story? Nobody has said that yes out loud, but absolutely. There would be no reason to skip only the first part of the campaign and not the second part. Yeah. So, what we're going to do now, because again, shout outs to our sponsor for the stream, HelloFresh. So HelloFresh is our sponsor. We're going to be sponsored by them by the next month. So you're going to be hearing me talk about HelloFresh a whole bunch. I hope that you get ready for it. On YouTube, it's down in the description. On Twitch, !HelloFresh. HelloFresh has a great new offer. The cool part about this is that the offer now applies worldwide. So anywhere where you can get HelloFresh delivered, you can get this offer. It's the typical like normal package, which is by signing up with the code, you get like 10 free meals. The cool part about it is if you lock in with this code and you keep your subscription up, HelloFresh has appetizers now, and you will be able to select a free one with your box every single time that you get HelloFresh. So if you've never gotten HelloFresh before, this is a great time to lock in. Now, nobody likes watching somebody be an absolute shill, right? So I made it better for you. You all are going to help me pick. Holy, that is bright green. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Maybe it's because of this. Let's try that again. Nope, it's even greener. What? Wowie. Super green. Okay. you all are going to help me pick what I'm going to get. So again, with this code, exclamation point, HelloFresh on Twitch, it's down in the description on YouTube. You're going to help me pick what I'm going to order, and then I'm going to cook it live on stream. So y'all have to interact with me. You have to help me pick these things. The cool part about HelloFresh, if you've never heard about HelloFresh, HelloFresh is basically a full meal delivery service. You get a subscription where you set up the types of meals that you want. They have vegan, they have vegetarian. You select the carbs, the meats, the different things that you want, the add-ons, the whatever, and they ship you all of the real ingredients in minimized packaging that you then get a card, be able to cook for yourself. So let me go grab one of these cards, because these cards are awesome. Hold on, let me go see one. Sorry, we had moved a bunch of stuff in the kitchen. So these are the cards that come with it, right? So the green screen, let's turn off the green screen for a hot second. Filters, chroma key. Okay. So these are the cards, right? So it's like, here are the ingredients that are going to come in the order for you. Here's what it should look like. This one is the glazed pork. Glazed pork tenderloin. This is the first time I ever really ate tenderloin. It was probably one of my most favorite things that they've ever shipped out. And it tells you, it gives you like a prep time and like a how long and like what you should expect. And then it just goes, no joke, step by step. This is what your world should look like. This is what you cut. This is what you get. Then you do this. Then you do this. Then you do that. And then you have your meal. And when people are like, and it's just that simple, it is. It turns out most people can cook. You just don't know how to cook. And then it's like, well, cool, now you can cook. So that's awesome. It's very, very good. I love it to death. I've had a couple different versions of these types of like systems, whatever you want to call them, services. And HelloFresh has definitely been my favorite because it's like, just like getting a meal in a carton and then microwaving it. Like, it kind of doesn't matter how high quality it is. For me personally, it feels like what I'm eating isn't particularly good. And the cool part about this is like, I just know how to make this now. Like, when I'm hungry, I just make that rice and I get a tenderloin and I just make that. So even if it turns out that's like, it's not your favorite thing, or maybe it doesn't work for you, or maybe like your living experience changes or whatever, you just have this forever. Because I got HelloFresh, I just have this forever. And it's like this little personalized, easy to follow. I don't have to go through like a Pinterest board to get a goddamn recipe and then read through like 9,000 ads before it tells me when I add the pork to it. Gonna do plenty of damage. What's up, Meat? What's your question, Meat Pro? Is it the meals? They're like 15 to 20 minutes. I don't think I've ever really which part of it? It's like the prepping of it. I don't know. It's like an hour. Like an hour for like a whole real meal. This one you make like an entire glaze and stuff like that. So that adds on a little bit more time. But like some of them are super simple. Like the rice, right? It's like, oh, cooking the rice takes an amount of time. But if you know you're going to be making this, You just like take your vegetables, you throw them into some saute, and you just kind of leave them there. You just set the rice, and then all you really have to cook is the pork. And pork is a little bit temperamental because you don't want it to get all dried out, although I eat food like an absolute monster. But like, did you just have some kind of leftover meat and you just wanted to make the rest of this stuff? 10 minutes, 20 minutes? But if you're like, it depends on the thing too, because like there's burgers there. I mean, you're going to see a lot of different stuff, but like the burgers take no time. The potatoes take the longest time because you're roasting potatoes. But it's definitely the meals, and I don't want to talk out of line, but I want to say that you can also select for time. Then if you use my code, you just get free appetizers for life. Great. Now let me go ahead and do this very quickly, because I got to order it. And you know what? I'm even going to show you like the decisions in real time. Like let's go through making a choice here, right? So this is what I also like about it. It's like pretty easy to like go through. Like what do I want? Do I want under 20 minute meals? Then that'll be an option for me. Am I a pescatarian? No. Fit and wholesome? Hell no. Basically, the family friendly one, I wonder what this goes about. It probably has like some options for like picky eaters. But let's just go meat and veggies. I like that. I'm going to be eating for 2 people. And then you select the number of meals a week. So like, let's say a normal, like you're eating Monday through Friday, right? Like you want to have the meals sent to you so that you can have them built out for how often you're going to be at home cooking. Cause like maybe you're working, maybe you get like lunch there. First box gets a huge discount, which is pretty awesome, right? Like that's how they rope you in. But realistically, it's $100 for a week's worth of food for 2 people. Can you do better than that at a like going and getting your own ingredients and stuff like that? Absolutely. I think one of the things that they sell you on, one is definitely convenience, and 2, like how often do you go get fruit and vegetables and then it goes bad because you didn't eat it in time because it turns out you had to like stay late at office one day and you meant to eat food but like you didn't. That was probably one of the biggest selling points for me and my partner, which was just like we buy food with the intent of cooking it and then don't, and then we have thrown the food away, and now we feel bad and we wasted the money. But if I were to break down and go 5 meals for 2 people over a week, is that $100 to me? For me, yes, that is $100 for me. Nobody should be trying to break the bank here, like living outside your means. Absolutely not. But I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do 3 meals a week. This idea is that like you're going to be able to like cook on the weekend and you're able to cook like sometime throughout the day. Bada bing, bada boom. It's going to run me like $30. It's $60 for that thing. Sure. Let's do that. We'll select this plan. This is my plan. This is what I want. We'll go over here. Hold on real quick. Sorry, it's all the personal stuff. And as much as I like you all, I'm not super interested in doxing myself right now. As much as I like you all. And like, look, I like you all. Don't get it twisted. But I got haters out there. Okay, so now we have to select. I need to make sure it's not doxing me at all points. Okay. This can be paused, probably. Shoutouts to Bjorn. It was super good. Here we go. All right. Is the pork the only one that I've tried? No, I've done like 5 or 6 different meals. I'm trying to think of all the things that I've tried. Oh, Dick, they have a shepherd's pie. Like a lamb shepherd's pie, which was insane. That was so good. That one's on the longer side of what you make. In fact, maybe I can choose that one again. Okay. Estimated delivery by this Friday. Oh, snap. That's coming soon. Okay. We picked 3 meals that you thought that you would like. Huh. How do I like... What's this? This is cart. We just picked 3 meals we thought that you would like. No, I want to change the meals. I want chat to help me select some stuff here. Chicken schnitzel. Chicken schnitzel is very good. It is also hard to just have vegetables. It's like, I'm going to use these vegetables, and then if I'm going to get them, I have to get them frozen and stuff like that. Do I like spicy food? I like all food. The only thing I don't really like is fish. Okay. I love the cavatappi. I'm a big Italiano. I'm a gumbazzo over here. I'm a pasta fagioli. I'm a little gabagool, huh? Stuffed jalapeno sounds very good. That sounds very good. Let's just look at the options. Sweet sesame salad. I wouldn't mind. Let's get a salad option. Let's definitely get a salad option. I've done the burger. The burger was fine. Also, we have to pick the thing that I'm going to cook. Dill chicken. Ooh. Churro waffle and bacon brunch board. Gouda stuffed beef meatloaf. What? That's insane. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Wow, that's... Hey, guys. The first time I did HelloFresh was a very, very, very long time ago. They did not have this many options. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to scroll up and down. And you tell me when to stop. And we're going to pick one of the things from that, okay? In 3, 2, 1... Stop. Okay, so we got 6 options here. We have yakitori style steak skewers. That sounds cool. 1 pot chicken sausage and bean soup. Not a big fan of that. Not a big bean guy. Herb butter grilled steak with potato salad. Now, so here's the only problem. I will be eating this steak well done. Feel like I didn't have much input. A couple people said stop. Look, I'm doing the best I can over here. Mushroom and chive risotto. Hard to make. Turkey and Gouda brioche sandwich. Sandwich is a fun term to use there. Barbecue pineapple flatbread. All right, so we have to pick one of the meals from this. Well done. I know, dude. Yeah, I know. I'm fucking weird. Leave me alone. I'm on the spectrum. I don't know what to tell you. Skewers. Okay, so we have 1 vote for skewers. What are people feeling? What are people feeling? Just whichever one sounds the best to you. Yakitori, we got 2 votes. Twitch chat doesn't care about food at all. They just want to yell at me about eating well done meals. Do you vote? No, I don't put ketchup on fucking steak. Risotto. All right, we got 1 for risotto. We got yakitori. We got mush and chives. Mush and chive risotto. Okay, we got 2. Yakitori. Reverse and you can enjoy done and still tender steak. Sure. Yeah, I don't have time to do that. We got yakitori. People just grossed out about ketchup on steak. So I'm thinking we're going yakitori. We have 2 for risotto, you monsters. That's another for yakitori. Risotto vote, yakitori, yakitori. We're up 8-3. Nobody cares about the steak and potato salad, which is great because I hate potato salad. Thank you for not wanting the chicken sausage and bean soup. That's not for me. All right, we're doing yakitori skewers. We're going to add this one. Tastes even better with... Ooh. Do we want chickens? Oh, okay. Well, hold on. So they're giving you these appetizers, right? Which I think I should get 1 free with the thing. So do we think the yakitori is enough food? Do we need gyoza or spring rolls? I don't think so. I think the yakitori will be fine. We're gonna go with regular yakitori. Let's go to my cart. I want to get rid of... I mean, I want that cavatappi, I'll be honest with you. I want that cavatappi. But okay, let's get... Chat's picking everything. Okay. We'll go back to picking meals. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. Let me guys know. In 3, 2, 1. Let me know when to stop. I need stop from both chat. It's like the red, it's like the multiple keys for the red button. I need somebody on Twitch and somebody on YouTube. We got stop and stop. Oh shit, we're halfway down. All right, boys, do we go up or down? Well, up, we've already seen the ones in up. We actually hit like the exact same spot. So we have to go down. All right. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got sweet chili turkey in green bean bowls. This is a 20-minute dinner one. This is like one of those shorter time to make. We got za'atar. I feel like this is meant to make me sound stupid. Za'atar roasted zucchini in pepper sandos. Please not this. Sweet Thai chili beef lettuce wraps. Those sound pretty cool. Vegan Thai ginger curry. I like curry. I'm a big curry fan. Tuscan pork sausage and pepper spaghetti. You just said spaghetti in there. Salsa roja chicken enchiladas. These look real good. This is my initial vote. So we have 1 for Thai chili. We have 1 for Tuscan pork. You've had the lettuce wraps. They're really good. They look really good. If we're getting the lettuce wraps, that's the one we're going to get an appetizer on. Lettuce wraps look good. Lettuce wraps look good. Tuscan. The Tuscan spaghetti. The spaghetti looks good too. The wraps look good. Wraps. Chili beef lettuce wraps. Okay. The sketties. Tuscan. All right. This is feeling pretty lopsided very quickly. Spaghetti. So we're at 4. So we're at 4 and 6. Going once. Going wraps since enchiladas is not winning. There we go. I like that. Ranked choice voting. Should have that in America. Going once. Going twice sold. Okay, so we're going to pick an appetizer for this one too. Add. Can I... Wait, hold on. Add here. Add one in your box. Yeah. Oh, there's not like an appetizer included with that? Huh. Why is this now different? Okay. All right, weird. It's a free app per box, but I haven't picked an app yet. Yeah, I'm gonna pick an app too. I'm gonna pick an app for this one. All right, we're doing our last one. All right, everybody. We gotta pull the key. One on Twitch, one on YouTube. In 3, 2, 1. Where are we stopping, boys? The suspense is oh no, we have ads on Twitch. All right, Hey Look said stop. I need one more though. I need somebody from Twitch, but we're in ads. Oh, Garm got us. Let's go. Okay, chat. Okay. I've never been this excited about picking food. Okay? Make the right decision here. Okay? All right, everybody? Make the right decision here. You heard me talk about Gabagool. Now let's talk about the options. So these are the ones at the top here. We have crispy kickin' cayenne chicken cutlets. I love chicken cutlets. Chicken cutlets are very good. We got a cavatappi beef ragu. A ragu. I can't roll my R's. I am Italian. Leave me alone. We have a saucy beef and cabbage stir fry. That sounds terrible. I'm not a big cabbage fan. Braised birria style beef tacos. Now, I'm not going to be like dipping it in the sauce and frying it. I'm not an old Hispanic mom, so like my hands aren't immune to burning. We got the poppin' jalapeno beef stuffed peppers. Those sound pretty good. I fuck with jalapeno. Although jalapeno aren't like very large. Yeah, they look like they're kind of like those look like bell peppers, right? Like that's not a jalapeno. Hold on. That's not a jalapeno. All right. And then crispy chicken Milanese with burrata. Burrata? How do I pronounce this? Okay. So there is a right answer. There's a right answer here. Okay. There's a right answer. There is a correct answer. Let me see the votes. Just remember, cavatappi's right there. Just remember that, chat. We got one for cavatappi. Perfect. Thank you. 100% cavatappi. Cavatappi. The jalapenos were chopped. Oh, okay. So the jalapenos are part of like the beef mixture. Cavatappi, you can have it. The cabbage. Jalapeno. All right, we're not going to do cabbage. Jalapenos. Suffer. Okay. Go the cayenne chicken. The cayenne chicken looks pretty good. I don't think that's a bad one. Cavatappi. Cavatappi because we're nice. The ragu, the cavatappi. Y'all are good. The Milanese. What does Milanese mean? I don't know this word. Cavatappi, treat yourself. All right, bada bing, bada boom. Add. Okay. Oh, customize the meal. Do we want to go with chicken sausage or ground beef? I think you go with ground beef, right? Like I don't want chicken sausage. I'm gonna have a derivative meat form as my meat insert. We're going beef. All right, now we have to pick an appetizer that fits with the lettuce wraps. Basically, Italian fried chicken with cheese. Nice. I've never had burrata. I can't roll my R's. All right, so we're gonna do this. All right, so those are our 3 meals. Where do I go for like apps? Oh, here are apps. Okay. So we need an app for the yakitori styles. No, not the skewers. For the sweet Thai chili beef wraps. Okay. So we need apps. An app for that. What app would go well with that? Honey butter cornbread. Salad would be fine. I'm not really a big fan of the salad. Spinach artichoke dip is kind of like meh. Browse all. Got a little gyoza. Got a little empanadas. I like empanadas. Those are pretty good. Not salad with the lettuce wrap. That makes sense. Maybe a little empanada. I like. Mas is better. Thanks. Yeah, that's it. Beef empanadas. It's already a lot of beef though. Like, so it's beef and like a lettuce wrap, right? With like sweet Thai chili beef. Got a crunch, kind of has a veggie vibe to it. I kind of want something heavy with it, right? Because it's kind of pretty light. Chicken and beef, just put them together. Why not? Oh, a little charcuterie. That one's expensive though. I mean, it's a whole charcuterie, so it's going to be like multiple like smoked meats, but it's like $17. That's roughly what, I mean, that's like a little bit cheap for like a restaurant around here. That one's not my favorite. Why is there so much bread? Sorry, fam. I just like empanadas. Sesame ginger chicken dumpling. Kind of in the same vein here. Chicken and pork, Thai basil. We're already doing the Thai basil. Bread. Just some tuna. Bread. What are we thinking? Some honey crostini. Yeah, there was a little honey crostini in there. Where were they? Yeah, ricotta and hot honey crostini. Everybody doing hot honey all of a sudden. Maybe ricotta and hot honey crostini is like mad good with these little. That actually might slap, right? Hot honey is a whole vibe. The Thai basil chicken definitely matches the theme for sure. Pork and shiitake, gyoza. It sounds good. I think I'm leaning towards, it's kind of like a dessert bread. A little ricotta, little sweet ricotta. A little hot honey, a little spicy ricotta. I'm doing it. We're doing it. All right. We're doing it. Do we want a dessert? I never really looked at like dessert options. Apple pie rolls. Calm down. A little key lime pie. Shoutouts to the key lime pie I got while we were in Seattle. I'll be honest, this key lime pie isn't doing like this is not doing a great job of like selling me on it. Vanilla cupcakes. How good could a cupcake be? It's gonna be dry. They look kind of good. They look like Pee-wee's Playhouse kind of cupcakes. I don't think we're doing dessert. Cheesecake? I do like cheesecake. We have Velveeta brownies at home. The story arc of the Velveeta brownies will live on in infamy forever. Might give you a dessert for free. They might. What about the white chocolate raspberry swirl cheesecake, which I am now immediately getting? Okay, I'm getting this cheesecake. Great. The apple pie rolls are decent for carbs. Cheesecake is a pie. Cheesecake is... We can't do this again. Okay. So that's going to be our order. Yum, your selection is saved. Thank you. So we went with the 3 that we got. We went with white chocolate raspberry swirl cheesecake and ricotta and honey crostini to go with the sweet Thai chili. I think it was a good setup. Sandy already made the Velveeta brownies. Okay, so promo code taking off $30 here. This is going to run me $62.89. Let me see if it's going to dox me. It'll be here on Friday. Great, your first box is set. Hell yeah, dude. Ready for delicious food. You can still change meals if you would like. I don't want to. Coming. Ready for your second box? Oh, okay. So it's trying to set up. Okay, let me just make sure it's not doxing me. So I just want to show you the process, right? So great, your first box is all set up. It's going to arrive on this day. Be ready for delicious food. Ba, 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 ba. This is how much it came to. Gives you the breakdown of how much it came to. Oh, apparently this one was. Apparently the yakitori style steak skewers were like a premium one. Oh, I didn't even know that. So this would actually be, if I just picked a regular one, this would actually be 20 bucks even cheaper. So this would be $42 right now. Okay. So just keep that in mind. There are going to be some options that come with an additional, you know, now that I think about it, I think it showed it. I think it wicked showed it. Now that, like, I think about it, like on the screen, I was seeing some additional prices and stuff. So they have like some premium stuff. So this would be even cheaper. This would be $42.89. So just keep that in mind if you're doing your own boxes or you're doing your own orders. Keep that in mind there. Rate your second box. Do I want to set up? So right now it would be like, do you want to set up your second box? Do you want to choose other meals or you just want to keep it going? I'm going to say skip second box right now. What's happening? Why are we here? What just happened? Skip second box. I don't know what this is trying to do. And to skip, edit delivery. Oh, okay. So you, when you go to skip it, it brings you to like the basic UI for this. Okay. Skip this week. Great. Okay. Unskip to use your discounts, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 on meals, free item, blah, blah. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. You would presumably keep your box going, oddly enough. And then when you unskip it, it'll go back to calculating this kind of stuff. Okay. So there's that. Let me just make sure again that like I closing out and then I have it ordered. Oh, also it's showing me which of the discounts I have. Subscription benefit free items for life, select free item. Oh, this is where I select it. Oh, I wanted this one. Okay, so then let's close out this one. That's what I needed to do. Okay. You just have to like activate it. Sure. Okay. Save. So now I'm getting that thing for free. Although the list of free stuff was actually kind of big. It was bigger than I thought it was going to be. Probably should have looked through all of them, but here we are. It's coming, right? I did it. I think I'm done. You're too lost in the hungry sauce. I'm still lost in the hungry sauce. All right, let me just bring this back over here again, just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay. Then they have stuff like, you know, like referral bonuses and stuff. I think anybody can do these types of things. Where like if you refer them out to your friends, like somebody's like, hey, I really like that. Like let's say you use my code, right? So ! HelloFresh right here. Again, it's down in the description. On YouTube, if you go use my code there, you get that set up like the free meals and then the free lifetime appetizer. So you just like pick one every single week or every single time that you get your box. Then you have friends who are like, oh, I kind of like that. And let's say my promos run up, right? They do like a referral order. That makes sense. This is pretty typical of like delivery services. But we have like it'll track like what you've gotten, etc. And you can, you know, send these same types of stuff to other people. So if you like it and then you hook up your family with it, that's pretty dope. But make sure to use my code every single time. But there we go. That's HelloFresh. Again, I really vibe with like the actual product that they give. if it is within your budget, it's a very good option to be able to manage these types of things for people who are like me, who just kind of like suck at it. The other part, and this is like built out that 2 people will be eating these meals every single time. If you are personally getting the box for you, like let's say you're living alone or like whatever your situation is, every time we would make this food, we would each have a portion, and then we would also have leftovers, typically speaking, depending on what it was. So like I would put it at how much I currently eat, around like 2.5 like portions per order. And then you can kind of run the math back. You can reverse engineer it for yourself to figure out whether or not you're comfortable and whether or not that's an amount of money that you want to spend for this service. It's definitely convenient. They minimize waste as much as they can. It all comes in like one box typically. And each thing is individually packaged and portioned. There might be stuff like you need salt and you need pepper. So it's like, you gotta have that. But if they do a spice mix, like there was like an Old Bay spice at one point, they include all of that, etc. Very, very cool. What am I most excited for? Well, right now I'm starving because I need to eat dinner. So like that cavatappi is looking pretty good. The skewers are pretty cool. I've never really tried to make skewers at home, so I think that'll be interesting. I assume I'm gonna bake them. I like these too. I like crunchy peanuts. Like I really like the whole kind of like Thai structure to food. Thailand is like one of the few places I've actually traveled to, and I loved Thailand and I loved all the food there. So I'm gonna say the Thai chili beef lettuce wraps. Grill them at home. Oh, grilling. Yeah, we don't really have a grill here, but like obviously you can kind of pretend like you have a grill if you have an oven. So I think I'm all set. I think this order has gone through. Again, so I'm going to be bringing up HelloFresh like every single stream. Like full transparency, obviously they want people to try this out through my code to consider this a success. So if you've been interested in it, this is one of the best times to at least give it a shot. Try it out for a week, get in order, see how you like it. But also spend your money according to what you are comfortable with doing, and don't worry about the fact that I have a sponsorship. Don't spend your money if you don't intend to spend your money. But if people help out, that'd be super cool. It would really mean the world to me. It would mean that I have more opportunities to get this type of sponsorship. And then, people don't really need to like donate or anything like that. It's just the people who want to do this can. No stress. Just, I want to be fully transparent, right? Like I'm literally doing a sponsorship for money. The purpose is to get people to do it. So if you were interested in trying it out, now's a good time. If not, don't fucking worry about it. Don't worry about it. Live your whole life. Spend your money how you want. So there we go. That was HelloFresh. Thank you very much to HelloFresh for the sponsorship. They probably want me to be a lot more like, this is the time to do it. Get in there. But like, that's just not me. You know what I mean? Customer service is really good too. Do not be afraid to message support if you have a box that comes in, ingredients are messed up, or if they're missing something. That's actually really good to know. I've never had to use their support, but it's really important that they have good support, especially for something like this where like you're planning meals ahead of time. So being able to get that answered. Oh, this was a, just kind of like segue back into what we're doing here. I probably need to end stream soon. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream, but we got started late because we were doing the podcast and stuff. But even this like redo on the Khazra shaman and monstrosity fight. I like what they did with this, where it's that similar idea where it's the big Khazra inside of the bubble, but the individual shamans are in their own bubbles. So you actually need to go and like clear them out, as opposed to everybody just being in like one big bubble. I think it's cool. They also, if you notice, they're also doing like the trap effects right there. I don't know why I'm fucking pointing when like I have a cursor. But they have like on ground effects. They're doing the trap effects here while you're clearing them out. So it's not just like walk up and kill them. You got to deal with that stuff. And then you can go back to fighting them. I like this addition of boss mechanics and added complexity to the game. Now that people kind of have a language of the game, they understand what the game's trying to communicate when it does stuff. And I will say, so here's the thing, everything on the ground way too red, except the arena itself is gray. So the red is actually sticking out really well here. I'm trying to wonder if that is actually a change to how the red is telegraphed, or if that's just a really good example of it. They've given my family free meals, discounts when like a tomato was banged up. Now, don't be a super Karen about it, but yeah, I've always had good experiences. I'm glad to hear that, Terry. Yeah. But yeah, it's a really cool, like, even just for us, like, again, we're kind of like the perfect demographic. When I told Panda that, like, hey, you know, I'm going to be doing a HelloFresh sponsorship, she was stoked. Like, we love HelloFresh. We unironically really like the product. It works super well for us. It gives us an excuse to cook as well. Now, you would think just being hungry like a human would give you an excuse to cook, but one, because you're spending the money on it and you know it's going to be coming at certain times, you kind of prepare to be able to cook it. And it's a bit more in your face. It's like, we got this to cook it, now let's do it. And then on top of that, again, it just kind of makes the cooking process so easy. You don't really have to think about it. You don't have to be like, you know, I have rice and we have chicken in the freezer, so I'm going to have to defrost that. And I know I can flavor my rice, but like, I don't know what I want to put in it. It takes that portion out of it, which is like this weird barrier of entry, at least for me, where it's like, I've been cooking my whole life. I don't really do recipes and I don't really plan them. So it's just like, unless the food's right in front of my face, I don't cook it. And then I forget that the food exists and then it goes bad. And that's where it's made the most sense for me. Does it ban me from taking other quick service meals like HelloFresh? Does having the sponsorship stop me from being able to like order from other things? No, that's not particularly relevant to the conversation, but no. I don't have some exclusivity deal right now. I'm not like a HelloFresh partner or something, I guess. I don't know that anybody is. You can flavor rice? Yeah, dude. Fun fact, you can flavor everything. It's insane. Dr. Bug, thank you for the follow. Thank you for all the follows, by the way. Dr. Bug, Saiban, Keto, thank you. Slightly colorblind and the color doesn't stand out enough with the intensity needs more in general. Yeah, for sure. If you didn't see, though, and I'm not sure how much of this actually has overlap with what you're talking about, but they were showcasing a ton of accessibility options that were coming to the game, which probably won't be in until the expansion in the Season 5 PTR. Now, they weren't all final, but from the people that I know in like in the communities that like have predominantly like handicapped players, there was a ton of great accessibility options that they were really excited about. So hopefully a bit of colorblind, like color swapping or something like that would be great. The HelloFresh kill squads hang out near the local Stop and Shop. Bro, Stop and Shop's been unionized forever, man. They could go mess around at like Market Basket or something, but not. I wouldn't hang around at Stop and Shop. Yeah, for sure. I heard you talk about the 69 skill points. What do you think about that? I think it's so one of the problems is that I like Rax alluded to, part of what we did was we saw things that are coming in the future. So I don't want to lend any strength to anything that like is not currently stated by Blizzard as an intent for the expansion. But based off of the sleuthing that people have done from the video that has come out, it looks likely to be that there is a different level cap and a different amount of skill points. And if I were a betting person, I would say that if they're looking to add new skills and build on the skill tree for each class, you would probably need more skill points to be able to enjoy any benefits from those things, since we're already so tight on skill points that like putting a Shaco on changes how you can build a character because you don't have to put skill points to put something on your skill bar. So I think it's reasonable to assume that a change to the progression system of the game is coming with the expansion. And even without seeing a video, that would have been pretty safe to assume, because we know that they've been constantly reevaluating progression in the game, and that a lot of these systems don't really make sense. Oh, that I just want to point this out. So I did one of the mini quests in this dungeon. I found the relic that will open the door. But being able to renovate and change these systems doesn't make sense without it ultimately changing at a foundational level. I do not know anything that I can talk about in public about Paragon. There's nothing in the universe right now that points to Paragon changes that we can discuss. But in here, you walk in, there were 3 elite monsters. I get my Resplendent chest, just as like a kind of little additional bonus here. So this is at, world tier 2, obviously. So it's going to look different in higher world tiers. But I think it's a cool addition. I think that's a cool addition for people who want to explore more. I talk about it, but I hope the new skills are going to be good if they actually add them. I haven't seen any. I can straight up tell you I didn't see anything for the other classes. I did not see a single thing for the other classes. What's the existing skill points that we currently have? So you get skill points all the way up to level 50. And then you get how many from Renown? 10. So it's 59. Do we have 59 skill points? You know that thing I should probably know. Why am I logged out? So I have to re-authenticate. What? What? What is happening, boss? It's us! Look, it's us! Look at our boys! That was us! Ah! Ah! Look at us. My little red shorts. Why is this muted?
Tune into Maxroll today, tomorrow, and every other day.
Yo, Shouts here from Xbox Studios with our Maxroll boys. Just had a phenomenal stream, super excited. The class is insane. They're gonna learn all about the Spiritborn and everything we can share very soon.
Tune into Maxroll today, tomorrow, and every other day.
I love that. Wait, let me sign in. Something weird is happening. How many skill points do we have? It's 59, right? It's 58. There we go. Oh, right, because level 1, you don't have a skill point. I'm going to give up trying to do that right now. Where's my darkness? Sandy, thank you for redeeming the darkness. The darkness has been redeemed. Hopefully the darkness will stay redeemed. When's Gamecom? I don't remember. Sorry. What was the name of the streamer? Fame. Fame. So that is twitch.tv/fame. Regalis. Fame. It's actually just fame underscore. Hold on. This is fame. They stream insane hours, dude. 12-hour streams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All last week. 5-day hike tomorrow in the middle of winter. Burr will be fun. Very excited. Yeah, fame underscore. Gamescom is August 21st. There you go. Character customization options for the new class. Did you get to see any of the character customization options? What, like transmogs? No. Did not. Here's the first thing about 69 value, though, too. if skill point level increases to 60, and if we get 2 skill points from Nahanta Renown, then the skill cap should be 70. I think that the number is very unimportant. Like their face when you make a new tune? No, I did not. They had 4 characters there. I guess I could have made a character. I probably actually couldn't have. No, they just had 4 characters there that we could respec. But this was like a fully prefabbed build. But the characters themselves looked very cool. Mike Honcho, thank you very much for the follow. Dr. Bug, thank you for the follow as well. Which I had the most fun with big old monkey boy, I would say. The big thing is that, so like I tried out all their builds, obviously, but the playstyle of monkey felt very, very good. Like all of the attacks, so that like big 2-circle attack that I'm doing there, that's the spender. It's called Heavy Hands. Or Crushing Hands. It is, if you do it 3 times in a row, you do a double smash, and then you do 10 smashes in an area around you that do lower damage, obviously. But the cool part about it is that the 2 circles are a Venn diagram. So whenever you do damage, like the 2 on the outside do less damage, the one on the inside does double the damage. So it's both an AoE clear skill and a single target skill, as long as you can get into the face of the monster. But like basically every build I ended up putting on the soar ability, that's the blue eagle, the blue burb ability. And that one's basically like the pseudo teleport where you fly up and you fly down. The one all the way over onto the right is like Feral Charge or something, I forget the name of it. But this is a Jaguar 4 charge mobility skill that dashes through a monster and always goes to its maximum length, even on controller. And then you can use it to like rapid dash throughout monsters multiple times. So you'll see me like I dash there, and then this attack is coming and I'm bad, so I just moved, but I dash and I dash and I dash. And then I summon the big monkey, and then I'm going to use my evade to get through. And then after using the evade, the dash will be off cooldown. I'll use the dash. Very, very fluid build. Rushing Claw, yeah. Were the computers full spec? Yes, they were. People asked about that a lot. Like, people were very, very interested to know what was the level of, like, power of the computer. I don't know what that would impact, but yes, it was a good computer. Like, you are not the only person to ask about this thing. I think that Blizzard themselves can't actually build their own like high tier builds, to be honest. I believe that the Diablo 4 developers who have less time theory crafting builds in this game would create weaker builds than people whose job it is to only make high powered builds in their game. I think that's an accurate statement, but that's true of everything. But also, Adam Jackson, the lead live class designer of Diablo 4, solos Uber Lilith every season on his own build. So, you know, what is that? What does this mean? So this is where we're actually talking about block and the fact that characters are going to have inherent block damage reduction, which will then be modified. Oh yeah, Bloodshed. Bloodshed's on the community team. But yeah, like Bloodshed would sit down and crush most people in the game for sure. Do you need a perfect build to test? No, of Of course not. I mean, we were level 30 characters just trying out whatever, right? Modus Pones, thank you for the follow. What do you think about the Harmony helmet? I did not find one. What do I think about it? I think it's a cool concept. The only issue that I have with it is that you didn't I didn't fight it. This is my favorite monster. This guy right there. Why? Is the poison just a leveling thing, or does it scale well into the end game? Well, nobody has ever played the end game of the expansion or of this class. So we have played the most of this class locked to a level 30 character, and it was about 8 hours. Like me, Rax, Fame, and Woody have the most hours on this, and I could not tell you what this looks like in the end game. Maxwell site is stuck in a reload loop for me. Tried a few browsers. Anyone else is? I just also experienced that, Modus Pones. I thought it was just me. Chances we get a small beta? 0% chance. I would not even want people to play a beta of the expansion, because I want to, me personally, I want to experience the expansion of the game. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a video gamer who's enjoying this art, and it's going to be data mined to shit the moment that it hits, like, whatever build. That's whatever. I don't want it to be like we see everything before the game even comes out, honestly. Do I think the new stat squish that nobody knows is true and we can't actually point to? Do I have any opinions about it? I don't. And do I think what the numbers will be? I don't. Like, people are inferring, I think, way too much from a test build to showcase a level 30 character in World Tier 2 with no context. Are there going to be changes to this game? Absolutely, no question. Does anybody's opinion about that matter right now? Fucking no. And if anybody tells you that their opinions matter about it, they are stupid. they're stupid. That's where I'm at. Mean max level item power said 700 item power? Sure. Now tell me what that means in the game. Now give me the context of what that means. What up, Devin? Maxwell's working fine for you? Cool. It was just freaking out for me. But yes, Devin, I've been reading YouTube the entire time. It was on the closed D4 beta. I can say damage numbers during that were nowhere near. Absolutely, yeah. You can skip the initial campaign at level 1. Like, what does item power 700 mean in the context of what the game will look like in the expansion? One shown on Wowhead were 700? Yeah, so what does that mean? How are they changing the content? How are they changing the difficulty? How are they changing Paragon? How are they changing skills? How are they changing anything? The answer is nobody knows. So just saying I see a number that is smaller than it was before is both a technically accurate statement that can be made and absolutely valueless to even consider, because there's... Oh, no. Twitch cannot see YouTube chat. Like, Juggernaut gave 32 armor. But if damage is 1/5, I would assume the number is smaller. Sure. Now, what does that mean though? Like, so like we assume things will be different in the expansion. I've seen things that will be changing in the expansion, right? But all of that without all of the context means absolutely nothing. Are they changing monsters' damage reduction? I don't know. Are they giving us new multipliers? I don't know. Does Paragon is additive damage now a multiplier again? I don't know. Like, I saw a number is smaller. Juggernaut gave 32 armor at level 30 on my aspect. What does that mean? It means absolutely nothing. If so, like, they're changing numbers. That's what we're inferring. Again, not currently proven, but that's what we're inferring. Are they changing multipliers? Are aspects changing? Are items changing? Do unique item is tempering changing? Does masterwork change? It's nothing. It's fairy dust. It means literally nothing. Do I assume numbers would be smaller if all stats have been reduced? Yes. I would assume all changes would be made to lower it. I wouldn't. No, that is inferring a thing that like can make technical, like logical sense. Sure. But we don't know what's changing. We don't know why it's changing, and we don't know if it's changing. So at that point, what answer could I give somebody? Do I think numbers will be different? Yes, I do. Marlboro, thank you very much for the follow. Am I excited for season 5? I am excited for season 5 because I think a lot of the work that we're seeing on the classes right now has to translate into the expansion. And in playing a season before the expansion, it gives us context, the very thing that we were just talking about, right? It gives us context by which to better understand the things that are coming in the expansion once they are communicated. Sure. Yeah. Yep. But like, I can't offer insight into this thing, right? Like I can neither provide insight nor make an educated guess because there is no context. I have no problem speculating when there's context, but there is no context. So I don't really waste my time. I hope that my Paragon, I hope that the time and effort I put into making the Paragon videos will be relevant. If not, I mean, that's fine. It's free content. I'll just make new ones. I've heard a lot about Paragon changes. Sure. What up, Assassin? Let's try again. Let me... I don't want to dox myself. Hold on. Okay, so the interesting part was, so basically I was just trying to get to the planner, and I kept trying to sign in through Discord. And every single time I clicked it, it just like reopened this and didn't accomplish anything. And then I went to here, and I clicked this, and I played this.
Yo, shoutouts here from Xbox.
And then I went to go click this. Okay. It's seemingly working. It was, I don't even know how to describe it. I had pulled it off the screen because I didn't want my credentials to be shown. But it was basically, it was like hyper loading between this page and this page in just like 1,000 loops per second. It was pretty insane. It was haunted? Great. Well, I figured it was just a me thing, and then somebody else came into chat and was like, hey, what's going on? Be huge, and I just get tired of people saying the expansion will be smaller than the smallest PoE league. Yeah, don't read Reddit. The subreddit right now is just like, the subreddit just like the subreddit refuses to be happy. Unironically. Like, I don't think that people sharing their opinions on the subreddit are doing it constructively. I think that they refuse to be happy. You know, people are like, I saw a picture of the map. Hold on. They're like, I saw a picture of the map. Oh, load. Go here. Like, I saw a picture of the map, and as such, I know how much content there is. And I'm like, do you? We didn't even see half of the map of the region, or even 100% of the region that we saw. They're like, no, no, no. No, no, no. I saw the map, and as such, I know how much stuff is there. And I went, bold. Fucking bold. Also, for people who are saying like that exact concept, Scrumjack, these numbers look too high. The build we were playing was multiple iterations back from what the current build is. And none of these numbers will look the same. Not a single one of these numbers. Mentioned you were in the meeting where the Season 5 info was posted on Wild was given. I was extremely excited by what I saw for doing its work, but I felt like there wasn't anything great for Necro. What are your thoughts about the Necro info given? So it's already out there. Stuff has been put out there. The lucky hit changes to the skills that got them are an interesting way of trying to bridge the gap functionally for a lot of these skills. And I think for a lot of them, it's a very good change. We'll have to see just how impactful it is, because at the end of the day, I think the problem with Necromancer skills are mechanics and not with the numbers. And like the lucky hit chance was just one of the symptoms. Like Blood Surge having 20% lucky hit chance is not going to move the needle. The irony being that, like, so Blood Surge is theoretically going from 12% to 20% lucky hit chance. Blood Surge's issue is that you don't do single target damage. Blood Surge's lucky hit chance could be 100%. What would that do in the game? What, like, realistically, what would that do? What would that break? We would make more corpses. We would fortify better. We would proc decrepify at a higher rate. Okay, great. Lucky hit. So Blood Surge can't afford to put lucky hit chance onto its build. So this would still say 15% of the time trigger cooldown reduction. Okay, what would that afford me? It would afford me better uptime on Army of the Dead for corpses, for Crew Wars Embrace. What would that do? So it being 20% doesn't change the fact that I think functionally Blood Surge doesn't perform, because you cannot afford to have a build which does not do single target damage, and that is what Blood Surge doesn't do. Do I think Sever actually having a lucky hit chance is very good? Yes, because Sever was already good both for AoE clear as well as single target damage, and now being able to realistically proc things like apply crowd control and crippling darkness allows you to actually stagger, something that darkness builds really need to rely on to an increased degree. You know, you're going to be able to stagger bosses more often. But like, we don't need lucky hit chance for generating resource anymore. You could talk about Endarials, like, sure. Sure, you could put on Endarials to like supplement your damage with damage types that like don't actually modify it in any way. So one of the symptoms of Sever's, of like the entire system of the Darkness Necro, was that Sever couldn't rely on using lucky hit chance and thus didn't feel particularly good. Now it will be better at that, so we're alleviating one of the symptoms. Bloodwave needed greater than 20% lucky hit chance. It did. Now it does have it. Now Bloodwave, which is a skill that you ostensibly are going to be able to spam, can actually effectively fortify. That's pretty good, right? Like, being able to fortify through that is pretty good. Basically, everybody being able to generate corpses at a higher rate means that we have better uptime on our corpse-related triggers. And that's like cool. Now, as they add more lucky hit chance on items, that becomes a bit more relevant too. Jeffalump. Nobody fucking cares about Diablo 4 anymore. Okay. What's going on, boss? Hey, nobody make fun of Jeffalump. Everybody, don't make fun of Jeffalump. We're gonna hang out. What's up, Jeff, man? What's going on? What's happening? I'm not mocking you. You seem like you're having a bad day. I want to make sure that you get some positive energy and that you don't really have to worry about anything. But typically when we're being angry or acting out like this, we're seeking attention. And on top of that, it's because we've been let down in some way. Like, we feel as if we have personally either been lied to or we have been discarded. So what's going on? You've already decided that the space is for you, which is perfectly fine. It's for everybody here. That's why it's free to watch. But let's use this time and be constructive. Let's get a good outcome from it. So what's happening? Are you still here, boss? Because you've actually been following me since 2021. Means you're a long-time viewer. I want to make sure. Like, I want to pull back to a comment that you made back in February of 2023. Yo, Mac, I love D2 since I was 6 years old. Played BNet up until 2015. I did a ton of PvP. I love PD2, and I'm disappointed to see how few changes are in D2R. Don't you think an endgame mapping system with the corruption system make D2R perfect? So I think we're talking to a longtime gamer of this franchise, a little bit of disillusionment. It's video games. I'm glad that you're passionate about it, but we have like been shown to be able to proactively impact the outcome of this game. I think if we were to direct that type of energy that way, maybe we can get somewhere. That'll be replies too. My game is more hardcore than yours. I'm a better human being. Right, basically, yeah. That unironically is a conversation that happens on the internet, sadly. I think it's very good to be passionate about this art while simultaneously recognizing that at the end of the day it is a video game, which doesn't mean that it can't be important to us, but that other people's like existence doesn't need to be like impacted by the fact that we like stuff. You know what I mean? I'm going to fight an encounter that has strict of engagement rules, whether it's specific skills or order and time you must like. I like having options, how to deal damage. Would it help overpower trigger more? No, lucky hit chance doesn't change how often overpower triggers. Maybe we can retroactively remove temper durability. It's really rough. I think the issue at temper is that the good outcomes don't feel good enough to offset the bad outcomes. But I agree that crafting in a game needs to have failure points. And other games make it feel good even when it happens, and that sadly doesn't happen here. But I think it's okay for items to brick. Oh damn it, sure is 8:30 and I haven't eaten yet. Yeah. But it would help with blood orbs, right? So the key passive. It would help generate blood orbs. It wouldn't really actually help generate blood orbs. So our one ability to generate blood orbs is from this absolutely terrible passive that happens once every 4 seconds. You generate 1 blood orb, and then you have to go pick up the blood orbs, which is the problem with this and why Blood Surge actually doesn't interact with Rathmas in any meaningful way. Don't understand what's positive about bricking. So it's really if you don't inherently understand the value in this perfect item might go away, and as such when it becomes even more perfect that is so good, and when it becomes less perfect it can reinvigorate my desire to continue to play and help to drive the economy. Like bricking items is the only thing that stops everybody from being done playing the game 2 weeks into a season. And that does make playing the game feel good for the majority of people, as long as when you get something, it feels better than all the times you lost something. And the major issue right now is that the current system doesn't accomplish that. The current system doesn't make up for every time that you lost something. It's kind of the problem with like greater affixes as well in the game when you have a unique item that rolls, because a 4 GA Ebon Piercer means absolutely nothing if the roll on the damage is low. This is an unusable item. And basically, I think one of the major pain points of Diablo 4 currently for me is that the good times of RNG are not offsetting the bad times of RNG. And what we're experiencing are symptoms of that, as opposed to it being bad. Greater affixes being added to the game, I actually like that. I actually think that that's incredibly cool. The issue is that this item cannot be used by a person. So bricking in a crafting system allows you to artificially increase the RNG moments and enrich the experience of playing this season, because it leads to different outcomes. The problem being that right now it is too punishing. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nick, but it's just such a good example because it's like so true. And this is something that I pointed out to the devs. I was like, hey man, this right here existing in your game sucks the absolute moon out of the sky. And that's why I felt so powerfully when they were like, we're going to increase the ranges of like unique effects to make them all stronger. And I'm like, that just makes it feel worse when you don't get a good one. So it's like, it's hard to say like what's the right move. Yeah, in PoE, crafting is like significantly more involved. The other thing though is that like, you know, I've seen people try to re-roll, what is it, like links on a piece of gear. And they're like, all right, I'm about to spend an entire economy rolling this item until I get the links that I want. And when you get it, it's amazing. But if you end it off and you got nothing, you got nothing. It's, your crafting has to have more highs than lows. How'd you feel about having a separate codex for uniques? Salvaging unique stores it. I don't particularly like it because that's not a unique item anymore. That's just a legendary item with more steps, which I don't like. I think they need to be able to roll. Aspects, the thing with aspects is that they turn on the base functionality of a build. Unique items modify your build to do something different. I like that is locked behind dropping them and getting them as items. Right now, there's too much flux. I think right now, bare minimum, tempering needs to say, keep the last roll. Absolutely. Because once you get the roll that you want, you never re-roll it. Yeah. Yeah. But I think I'm going to have to go ahead and end stream. I need to eat. It's now 8:40. I haven't eaten yet. So let's go find somebody to raid. We'll be back again tomorrow. I would like to sit down and go over what we saw on the Spiritborn class and just kind of talk about it. Because while I don't think I'm going to tell you what the best builds are right now, Woody's completely right in that, like, obviously consuming what we do know and familiarizing ourselves with it will be very valuable. So let's find somebody to raid. I'm gonna raid Jorbs. Jorbs is like one of my favorite content creators. I don't know them yet. I say yet because it would be cool if I knew them. Let's go ahead and raid Jorbs. Let's go raid Jorbs. Jorbs is a cool dude. If you like me, you'll like Jorbs. Jorbs and I are very much on the same robot level. They're playing the Frosthaven board game. That's pretty sick. But all right, y'all. Have a great night. As always, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci, sayonara, so long, ciao, kapkum krap, sawadi, guten Abend, cheers, ciao. You can always come back here, type in HelloFresh if you want to check out the discount and the free appetizer forever with your box subscription. It'll be in the YouTube description as well. Go ahead and check it out. I'll be posting it in the Discord. Just pin it there just in case people want to see it. But thank you all so much. Y'all have a great night. Go give Jorb some love. And I'll see you all again. Cheers.